Hello there and welcome to another video with This Illustrates. Today we are looking at a new upgrade box. It's the one from November and box number 15. And it's a bit of a different box. It's more calligraphy, and that's not something I myself am really into. So when I opened it and I was looking at all these art supplies that we are seeing right now, I was like, what on earth am I gonna do with all these? Because hand lettering and all that is, I just don't really enjoy it. But when I had all these art supplies out, and I also saw the Fibre Castel ones that we will be seeing in just a minute. Not only this pencil that is included, but also this Bit Artist pens set. I did really love the colors that were in this particular set. However, the complete set was a lot of red and black, and I found that to be a really monotone, almost color selection. And again, it's not a subtle red or anything, it's really just black and red. And yeah, that was all a bit disappointing when I opened the box, but I said to myself, like, don't judge the box on its cover, and let's just open everything and test everything and see how it performs. And one of the things in the box was this block of paper that's called Sonic Wall, and is they claim on the packaging that it's 100% bleed proof paper. So the little note below it, the little note below it says, "Never worry about ink bleeding to the other side." And it feels like really sturdy, thick paper, but even then, we all know that alcohol markers tend to bleed through the paper, even paper especially made for alcohol markers. So I was skeptic, to say the least, about their claims on the packaging. I'm not gonna read everything that's on the back of the booklet. You can pause the video on it if you want to, but and one of the things that it says is that it prevents any ink from reaching the backsides of the sheets, even if the markers are applied repeatedly, and no matter what medium, so alcohol-based markers, acrylics, or other mediums, the paper gives you advantage of starting on fresh white paper on the other side. So they do really make it a big thing that they say that whatever you throw at this paper, that it won't be visible on the other side of the paper. Like there is something in between the front and the back side that doesn't allow anything to bleed through. It doesn't really tell you what the paper is made of inside, that it does this preventing of bleeding through, but it had me curious, to say the least. Next to the art supplies and the paper, we also got a few different things, one of them being this advent calendar. I wasn't really sure what to do with it, but I guess it's a fun little thing. And we had this booklet that describes all the art supplies that are in here, and also the prices of every single thing. It also includes a little story about that advent calendar that I just showed, and some new information about the new boxes that they have made and about the featured artist in this box, which we also saw a little bit ago, the little leaflet that features one of their arts that is on the front, and on the back is a little bit of their Instagram feed. So yeah, that's all that is included in this box. Then right now we are gonna swatch all the supplies that were in the box. And first off, we will be starting with this graphite pencil. I actually already own this specific pencil, and so I knew that I already liked it. And to be honest, most of the art supplies, most of the graphite pencils are really nice to use, because there is not much you can screw up in making a graphite pencil. It's the specific one is a Faber Castel Gold Fibre HB one, and the thing I personally like the most about all my Faber Castel pencils is that they don't break really easily. So not only when you have sharpened it, but also inside of the wood. Sometimes if you drop pencils, they shatter all along the whole pencil, even what's inside of the casing, and all of my Faber Castel ones don't. So that's also a property of this one. Then we have a bunch of markers from Artline, and these Artline markers, especially the two big ones, the red one and the black one, I found to be just really standard permanent markers, and I was a bit sad to see those included in the art box. Not only because they are just permanent markers, I think most of us have a couple of those in the house, but also because they are really big. They have really big nibs, and we don't have that big of a paper. So if you really wanted to, for example, sketch something with the biggest one, the Artline 100, the black one, then this paper is way too small. So yeah, that was a bit of a weird choice, I found. However, the smaller ones, the Artline calligraphy pens, the 1.0 and the 5.0, are a better choice for the size of the paper too. Another thing that was with these big markers, the 90 and the 100 one, is that they smell really bad. So if you're sensitive to smells like me, you won't enjoy using those a lot. The smaller ones are not that bad, but I think that's mostly because the nib is not as big, so there isn't that much of the alcohol evaporating off those like there is with the bigger ones. Next to that, we also have the Faber Castel Bit Artist pens. These pens come in a little package of 4, and these are completely odorless, and still they are waterproof and also permanent, because they are made of ink, specifically Indian ink. So I highly prefer these over the other ones because of several things. And as we see on this paper, they both look fine, and the black of the big one is a bit darker than the other one. You can see slightly the streaks in the Bit Artist ones, but it's not too bad. And one of the colors that they included was a white, and as you can see I tested it on top of a bit of a black one, and it is a really nice semi-opaque. It's not completely opaque because it's not turning totally white again, but for a white ink in a pen, I'm pretty impressed, because most white pencils and pens like this don't show up at all, or barely. You can also see my try at hand lettering my name a couple of times. I'm sorry for that, it is so terrible, but like I say, hand lettering is really not my thing. And I tried to understand how to hold the pen, as you may have seen over the last couple of minutes, but yeah, I'm just horrible with these. Here we see all the markers and pens that came in the box, and the complete swatch line. Next to these art supplies in the box, I off screen also tested some regular alcohol markers, some aqua markers, and some other pens that I had on this paper, and they all work fine. I even got one of those clear alcohol markers that you use for blending, and really layered a lot so that the paper became really soaked with a lot of marker, to really test that bleed proof property that they claim for this paper. And nothing of it really bled through. So of this box I am most happy with the paper, and there are 20 sheets. I only used half a sheet for these swatches, and as you can see here, even those really big chunky markers, those permanent markers that bleed through anything, didn't bleed through this paper. So they hold up with any medium that I've thrown at it so far, and that's really impressive. So yeah, of the whole box, that's the thing I'm most happy with. And we didn't do really art with these supplies yet. I do plan on doing that in the near future, but I have a couple of boxes that I still have to do art with, so it probably will be a bit of multiple box art video. Not sure yet, still have to figure that out and film it. But yeah, for now this was the box and first impression bit of the art supply. That was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I wanna thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!